Well, it's New Year's Eve, and I'm here recording a Master Yi game. Well, not recording, much as just publishing it and commentating over it. I'll tell you now, I pretty much forgot the exact runes I used. Masteries were, I'm pretty sure, were 2109. I can't recall. I was probably not paying much attention because it was a last-minute mastery decision. When it comes to nobody telling you, what they're gonna pick, I just tend to hover over what I want, but then just make my mouse gravitates to somebody more awesome. If you just saw that, Jana blew her flash for some reason. I think she was trying to, harass us by spamming stuff like laugh, and accidentally pressed her flash. Joke's on her. So, I wanted to start off in the enemy raids, but obviously, we were caught if you saw the map. So, Wolves blue start, standard issue. Well, standard beginning. Afterwards, I want to head over to see if I can steal Volibear's wraiths and red. By the clairvoyance, it shows that Volibear actually started at blue instead of Wolves blue. So a quick steal on his wraiths, I get lucky with a few procs. Then I head over to take his red. But Ahri's movements scare me a little bit. I'm like, it feels like they know I'm here and they're just waiting for me to commit to red before, they come and kill me. Also bottom vanish, so I'm like, yeah, this is not a good spot to be. If they knew I was there by a ward, that would mean that Volibear would probably already knew I stole his wraiths and would be heading there right now, so I just beeline straight there. However, Volibear not being at my raids either means two things. He was too scared to go in there, or they didn't have a ward at all. I was just a little too paranoid. Whatever the case, Volibear is behind now because I stole his wraiths and he's just about to get there, and he didn't, do a proper start. So I'm assuming I'm ahead, so I can read his path a little better. Wraiths have spawned now, so he's just double back and get those, but he'd still be a little behind. Now I'm waiting for Lee Sin to blow his abilities, and he does so. Exhaust everything wasted on my teammate. So I go in there, cut him to pieces, and just barely we secure the first blood. It could have been first blood versus our team. So it was very it was very close right there. Well, and I started pushing the tower, and of course taking some farm. And just look how much damage I do to this tower at level 4 or 5 now. Pretty good after a gank. I stick around on the bushes so I can see if he gets daring enough or commits to a foolish fight and gets himself hurt a lot more. But he's about to use his Q in the bush, so I quickly just use the alpha strike it just before I get hit. At least I do some damage to him, so that counts as much as it a little bit worth my time wasted there. Would have been better if I had caused more damage there or killed him. Was hoping he'd face check the bush. Now I know Volibear's blue is about to spawn by the timer. It spawns usually around 7:15, 7:20 for if you do the standard route. So I'm planning to stay in the bushes and cut him to pieces if he shows up. If not, I could just take his blue and run off. And he's not showing up, I don't know where he is, no one's reacting, so I know they're not here. And once it reaches 7:20, right on the spot, the blue spawns, and I just take it. I get some lucky procs, Q, my Madrids, and it's dead. I just leave. Even if he were to show up now and I didn't get those procs, I probably would have taken it. So, blue is mine. I go off and do my own thing. And now, Volibear probably realized that I've stolen his blue, so he might either be hitting, just clearing his own jungle, or he might want to pick a fight with me. He might think, oh, he can't be doing his blue. But when you saw that, when I hit into my bushes, a ward was being placed there at the very second. So I'm trying to get my blue to my Swain, but at the same time, I'm trying to bait out their team to come pick a fight with us. That's why I hang around a little too long instead of just taking it, and they take the bait. Volibear comes in and flashes in. I Q Jana just so as she uses her tornado so I can dodge the whole thing and damage and stick to her. Volibear, I don't know what he was trying to do. I stick to Jana. She's the squishiest, and she tries to flash away to survive, but she flashes right onto Swain. Vayne shows up a little too late, and we finish off Volibear giving my blue to the Ezreal, and Vayne is trying to run for it. Now, I believe she burned her flash. I wasn't paying much attention, so I'm just running at her. I'm gonna Q her. She's gonna tumble away, and I'm just gonna slash her face off. There, that's another kill for us. Ezreal burned his flash too, but in any case, my entire team is here. We just finished them off. I ping furiously for Ezreal to tank the dragon because I want to get the procs on it and I want to take damage. He's got a little pocket support down there, so we easily get dragon. We're if this was winter, we'd be making snowmen. We're snowballing. Wait a minute, it is winter. It's New Year's Eve. Well, it's where I live. There's no it's usually just sunshine and hotness. So I know Bolivar is either trying to get his red or at his wraiths. So that's where I head right now, and it's just catch him at his wraiths, easily killed. Bam. I know the only logical places he'd be in order to recover, so I know how to pin him down. And I do what Master Yi does best: murder people. So now Janna and Vayne try to ward the red, try to protect it, but honestly, there's nothing much they could do. I would have caught Janna if it wasn't for that whole line of sight Q bug thing. And Vayne pretty much ignored the rest of my team. I mean my bottom laners, and got herself killed. She took too much damage going the wrong route to try to accomplish pretty much nothing. And apparently Ahri tried doing the same too, and she died. Now this next part is pretty comical. I go off to steal the red. Bolivar and Janna are showing up. And I can kill them both. I'm Master Yi. I'm right now pretty fed. Bolivar decides to toss me close to Janna, where I'm in range for a Q, and I managed to finish it off. Bolivar is obviously weak and will die 3v1 towards us. Lizard procs, keep him pinned down. Ezreal and me just wail on him, dead. So yeah, we're pretty snowballed right now. Okay. Of course, as you can see, we're way ahead. And as Master Yi, I'm constantly moving. Except during that, a second attempt on Lee Sin's life. That was an ambush gank trying to make it happen. The Lee Sin played was a little too cautious, and he was smart about using his Q before he checked the bushes with his face. So now Blue is about to spawn again, and Bolivar, to my surprise, I get there just in time. Might steal it. He can't slow me with his, scream of doom or whatever it is, and I just cut him to pieces. Dead. Ahri wanted to go try to help him by her movements, but it wouldn't have gotten there in time at all. And, I made one mistake. I should have killed the final blue lizard so I can get the blue when it spawns again. Now I don't know when it will spawn, because I don't know when the blue lizard was killed. This time I give blue to my Swain. Anyways, back to what I was saying. If I kill the blue lizard, I'd be able to track his blue. Why would this matter? Because right now I'm snowballed. I could 1v2 a few of them. I would just be able to constantly farm that blue for me or my team. Right now, Shyvana, thanks to the early game dominance and gold, she's just destroying Lee Sin. He can't farm. The jungle obviously mine, and Swain is pretty fed too. Bottom lane was the Vayne is doing far better in terms of farm and kills. Well, not kills anymore. We're doing better in terms of farm than my Ezreal. But I've given at least bottom some breathing room, and we've gotten a dragon, so we're ahead. Bolivar shows up in our ward at top, so that means it's safe for me to just dive bottom if I wanted to. There was an engage and a counter engage and another counter engage, if you saw that right there. I dash to Vayne and I slash her to pieces, slash her twice and remove a good chunk of her health. If you saw that before she used her wall impale, I moved back. So I was hoping she wouldn't impale me too close to the turret, so I would take unnecessary turret damage. Now both of them at bottom are smart enough to back away. They know I'm looping around to try to gank them. I burned my Highlander, but it's worth it for a flash and their abilities and forcing them off. We get another turret mid and we get another turret bottom. So we're ways ahead. The red spawns once more, and I wanted to give it to Ezreal, but he totally just spazzed out. So I might as well take it for myself. We get another dragon and we are up ahead. Here though, I get too overconfident and I chase Bolivar to my death. My first death here. To be honest though, I knew something would have happened. I just thought I could escape it because, sadly, I also sometimes fall into the whole thing of, I have flash, I can escape anything. Now, they have a ward here. Obviously, they were prepared for me there. I had to use Highlander in order to escape. They knew I was coming. They must have a ward at the entrance. They might have 2 wards that cover both entrances, or they have have 1 ward that just can see as I passed. So, in order to check it, I go all the ways around and loop around, and Volibear backs off. That must mean they do have a ward covering the Baron and the entrance there, or the 1 ward that's keeping track of both. Either way, Volibear can't escape and just dies. This is one thing I probably should try to make a video of one time. It's just how to read movements to tell where the wards are. You've seen in my videos I rarely place wards. It's not that wards are useless. It's just I really hate how wards make the game a little passive. So I try to make danger even if it's for my own teammates. If it's ranked or a tournament game or whatever, I'll buy wards up the ass. But this isn't this is one of those custom game things. I want to give people a little bit more challenge, or a little bit just have some have less of the whole ward passivity. I hate that crap. Hope one day wards get nerfed a little bit more. Because honestly, what Riot may say that junglers make the game passive for Lizard, no, it's wards. Anyways, another fight breaks out. We kind of just push at each other. The summoners are spent. We're fighting for the blue. Shirelia's reverie is blown. We steal the blue, and I get myself blown the fuck up by Ahri. Then the cleanup crew comes in the form of Vayne, and she just tears people to pieces. The team scatters, and Shyvana obviously won't get away, so she dies. Sona comes back to kill Janna, but honestly that was a mistake, and feeds the Vayne a bit more. So Vayne could be a problem, and Vayne is a nuisance for Master Yi to kill. She can tumble away and she can throw you away with her wall thing. You can't cleanse out of that, or Quicksilver Sash, but a Quicksilver Sash isn't necessary here. I'm building pretty glass cannon, as you've seen, and this is not for a Trinity Force actually. This is for build a Phantom Dancer and a Frozen Mallet as the game goes on. We dive Lee Sin, we just 4v1, he's dead. We want this tower, or we want to provoke a fight, so I go around and see if I can dive, but Janna shows up just catching me there, and she puts a ward, so I know I can't do any loop ganks or anything of that kind. Well, since we're pushing to get Baron, but Shyvana gets caught and has to blow her ultimate, and Ahri starts attacking us. I go in there with a Q, expecting my team to back me up, because Swain can initiate just with his face, and Ahri makes a sure thing just to kill me. I don't know if it's a worth trade to get rid of their highest damage burst caster for Master Yi, but they did it. And we punished them for it. Vayne is the bottom. If Vayne was there in that fight, it would have been a lot more different. Well, I mean, the outcome would have been a lot different. Right, so we get this tower. Vayne rolls in, gets exhausted, and just demolished. Cleanse wasn't there to save her, so that was a complete derp moment by Vayne. No doubt, just derped. Okay. We want Baron. We're way ahead. I'm building a Bloodthirster, as you can see. I probably should have built some magic resistance, since Ahri's really the only threat to me right now. The rest of my team can clean up the others. But I was hoping, I'm betting that Swain will be, this will destroy the entire team even if I die. That's what I'm betting. In fact, right there is what I was expecting. Swain just to be able to annihilate whoever the hell he wants. A fight breaks out in completely accident. I go for Ahri, but I thought her ultimate had already been burned. Vayne gets herself caught, and I just beeline straight for her killer. Flash isn't gonna save her from Alpha Strike, so she blows me away from safety and away from Volibear, and I make a run for it. But Janna slows me, Volibear catches me, and I just get stunned or whatever. No, not stunned, slowed. Flash over the wall and go back in with Alpha Strike just to start the fight again. Janna is escaping, and I don't know how she managed to escape. It's oh, ninja. She had ninja gear. Baron is ours. Simple as that. Easily slaughtered. And I'm back to full health thanks to the magic of Bloodthirster. And now it's time to push. I go bottom to push split push. Swain, I believe, can just demolish their entire team at this point. So it's like I don't even need to be in the fight, and he just picked off Janna. So it's like there's no way that they can counter initiate him just walking right into the enemy team. No, Ezra can still die. And Sona carries. You know, support Ezreal, carry Sona. Best meta ever. Bottom is easily mine. And the enemy team is raging. Well, one guy is raging, the rest are kind of just arguing semantics. I dive, but for some, like, I don't know what I was thinking there. Like, if they had reacted a lot quicker, I would have been punished for that. In any case, we killed Vayne, and I'm just beelining straight to Janna to wipe her out. Lee Sin is caught. He's going to drop too, and so is Volibear. So this is, you know, we could have won this right here, but I don't know why we didn't just, you know, just go for the turret and go for the win. Oh yeah, that's probably why, because I exploded. It's probably why I remember I should have bought magic resistance. Whatever, well, with my death, where splitting power is kind of, you know, hindered, and they don't look like they want to give up yet. So, back to grinding a little bit more. Oh wait, no, I build Trinity Force. Then I'm going to build Phantom Dancer. My mistake. I'm sorry for that. Trinity Force, honestly, isn't as good as, you know, building, you know, actual, you know, items on him like Frozen Mallet Atmos. He still needs not to explode in every team fight, but you know, a BF type weapon coming in first is really probably the best choice. Infinity Edge or Bloodthirster. Infinity Edge in most cases is better. Here I just felt, you know, I need some survivability. I thought I could counteract the burst damage I was receiving with some lifesteal after Ahri has died, because once Ahri is taken care of, I don't think the enemy team was much of a problem. That being said, Trinity Force is not a bad item on Master Yi, just not the best. It's just a lot of great stats for him. And this is pretty much where we win. I had to slow it down because the lag was becoming unbearable, and I'm pretty sure you wanted to see the action. So Volibear gets, you know, CC to hell and back and gets killed. During the whole fray, like in the fray, Janna gets murdered. Lee Sin is the next to drop. You can see the slash just hit him. And pretty much this is game. I speeded up for the last parts. Happy New Year's, everyone.